Morning everyone, I am Devika. I am from Shivamogga. I am recently completed my BCom. Now, I am going to present the topic of output tax and input tax. What is the meaning of output tax? Output tax is the tax levied on the supply of goods and services made by the business. Let's say you are a shop owner. You sell a product worth rupees 100. The GST rate on this product is 18%. Here what happens, you collect 100 from the customer, then you add 18% GST bill, which is 18 rupee. The total amount of customer pay is 118. You deposit 18 rupees GST to the government. In case you refuse to pay the GST, you will punish with the fines and penalties. Eligibility for GST output tax. First one is business must be registered as a GST taxpayer. The second one is the supply must be taxable supply. Third one is the recipient must be liable to pay the tax. Now let's try one example related to the output tax. Business A, located in Bengaluru, Karnataka, sells goods worth rupees 10,000 to customer B, also located in Karnataka. GST rate is 12%. In this question, we have to understand business A and business customer B is also located in same state. So we consider as this is intrastate supply. In intrastate supply, GST and CGST will be applied. Let's see the journal entries. Mr. B account data to sales account to output CGST to output SGST. Mr. B is debtor. Why? Because Mr. B is a sundry debtor. When assets increase, when asset increase, it is to be debited. When sales why it is credited because it is income. When income increases, it is to be credited. Output CGST and output SGST, it is the liability to the business because it is when liabilities increase, it is to be credited. Let's move to the another one. GST input tax. GST input tax refers to the tax levied on the purchase of goods or services made by the business. Let's assume you are a shop owner. You buy a product for rupees 100. GST rate on this product is 18%. You pay 100 rupees for the product. Then supplier adds 18% GST to the bill, which is 18 rupees. You pay total amount of 118. Then you can claim 18 rupees GST input as the input tax credit. In case you refuse to pay the GST, you will miss out the tax savings. Next, eligibility for GST input tax credit. First one is goods must be used for business purpose only. Then the supplier must be registered GST taxpayer. The recipient must be registered GST taxpayer. The tax invoice or debit note must be issued by the supplier. The recipient must have paid consideration for the supplier. Now, let's try one example related to the input tax credit. Business C located in Mysore, Karnataka purchases office supplies worth rupees 5,000 from supplier D, also located in Karnataka. GST rate is 18%. In this supply, buyer and seller located in the same state, so it is considered as intrastate supply. GST and CGST will be applied to this supply. And general entries is office expenses account data, input CGST account data, input SGST account data to Mr. D account. Office expenses account is debit because it is asset. When the asset is increased, it is to be debited. Input CGST and input SGST, it is debited because It is income to the it is asset to the company. It is assets to the business, so it is debited. Mr. D is a sundry creditor. When sundry liability increase, it is to be credited. These are about GST input and output test. Thank you.